Hi guys, so back again with more terrarium updates and today we are going to discuss soil. We're going to do a little experiment, soil testing, to figure out the pH values, and I'm also looking into this dianthus, which is planted on the woodland side, and as you can see here, it's slowly fizzling away. It doesn't look very well there. The plants around it seem to be doing fine, but this one needs a little bit of TLC. So let's go over to my soil testing kit. So in one of my videos last week, I showed you a little soil test which I took. Now these are the same test tubes that I used for the test. So obviously now they're a week old, but you can still see this one was taken from the arid zone and this one was a soil sample taken from the cool zone, so like the woodland zone where it's more humid. And if we look at the pH chart, we can see that dark green blue is alkaline, green is neutral, and then orange, yellows and reds are more acidic. So if we look at this, it shows it. Now this soil sample, this pH testing kit was only £1 from my local garden centre. I have since then bought a more sophisticated kit here from another garden centre, which cost about £15. And I have taken a couple of soil samples here. So the test tube on the left is the arid zone, so that's showing that it's sort of neutral. But the colour of that was darker when the test was taken. Obviously these are a week old now, so they're not going to be totally accurate. And it's just interesting to compare the differences between a more sophisticated kit and a cheaper version. So the cheaper version is showing that the pH on the warm side, where the soil is more shaly and clumpy, dry, it's showing that the soil pH is more kind of neutral to alkaline, hence the green colour. And then on the woodland side, which is this test tube here, it's showing that the soil is more acidic. And the soil over on that side tends to be more dense, more rich, darker, more moist, and tends to be teeming with springtails and woodlice, more so than on the arid side. And there's also signs of fungus developing on the woodland side in the soil, so which is a sign that it's rich. So here I have samples of soil which I've taken from the terrarium. Now the sample in the left square is from the woodland side, and then the sample on the right square is from the arid zone. Now we can see a difference in the texture of the soil and the colour of the soil from the different zones. So the woodland zone is much more dense and darker colour and more moist and rich, which suggests that it's very fertile soil. And the arid side is more shaly. You can see now the samples were taken from a similar depth. I basically pushed my index finger into the soil to create a hole, and then took a sample using this little spatula here to place the soil into these squares. Now you can see on the arid zone there's little tiny bits of slate. It's much more kind of, there's a clump there, so it's much more kind of, well, I don't know, like you could say poorer quality, so drier definitely compared to the soil taken here from the woodland side. So what I am going to do, but I'll have to post a second video, is showing the test result of each of the samples. So yeah, bear with me guys while I do that, and we'll see how we go. Over and out.